Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out.
All right, sorry for the air conditioner in the background, but it's being reported that the Brooklyn Nets have discussed internally bringing in Bradley Beal to form some type of big three in Brooklyn. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And we don't even know if Brooklyn is going to be able to play basketball in Brooklyn next year, or if the Knicks are going to be able to play in New York next year because of the pandemic that's going on, and it's rampant in New York. And the way it's smushed in, it's probably going to take longer to get under control. So it may be a situation where they have no fans, or they may have to relocate them temporarily until everything is cleared up, if it get cleared up. And they're having a second wave that's supposed to be coming in China, and they got another lockdown. So we got to kind of move according to avoid that. But, you know, to be honest, there's a lot of question marks before you even bring in talks about Bradley Beal. Beal is, you know, he's been fairly healthy last year and the last couple of years. You got to get past if the Wizards are willing to give him up. They just gave him a big contract, and basically he had to take it because it was just too much money on the table to turn down and wait to be a free agent and risk getting injured or something like that. So they have been, you know, refusing to trade him. Now he don't really like John Wall. You know, John Wall want to control and dominate the ball, and he doesn't let Bradley Beal show what he can do. Before John Wall went down, a lot of people just thought Bradley Beal was a 3-and-D type guy, but Bradley Beal has shown the ability to put the ball on the court and, you know, be an all-around guy. You know, he showed that he can take you off the dribble. He showed he could facilitate, get to the rack, and bang out. And it was some reports that a lot of players a few years ago was mad at John Wall because John Wall don't want to give up the ball. He want to control the offense, everything going through him. So a lot of the teammates didn't like that. And Bradley Beal wanted the opportunity to shine. So especially with John Wall coming back and trying to dominate the ball again, I don't think Bradley Beal want to go back into John Wall's shadow. So I still think he wants to get out of Washington. Now, how does it fit with Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving is a very, very unique individual, and I'll keep it nice. You can't count on Kyrie Irving to play 82 games. You probably can't count on him to play 70 games. He need to do something about his strength conditioning regimen because he always injured. But him and Bradley Beal, I can see it working, but what you got to get more out of Kyrie is defense. Because Kevin Durant may not be able to defend right away or ever again the way he was able to defend in Oakland with Golden State Warriors. So if KD can't defend like he once could, or it may take a while, that means you got to get that out of Kyrie. Kyrie will give up. He'll get you 50, but he'll give up 30 or 40, you know, like he got dogged by Ja Morant a little bit. So they got to get a coach that's going to have them commit to defending. Now, who would they trade for Bradley Beal? The salaries that match up is Jared Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Caris LeVert. Now, Caris LeVert, he been another dude that been injury prone, so I get why they trying to get rid of him, even going back to Michigan. But he got star potential. He can shoot it. He can defend. It's just keeping him on the court. He can do everything Bradley Beal can do, you know, to a certain extent. He just ain't consistent with his health. That's the problem. They got a Bradley Beal type in Caris LeVert, defend and all that. He just ain't been healthy. That's the issue. But I think he'll fit with John Wall. My only issue is they would probably have to get a third team in there to facilitate Dinwiddie somewhere else. Dinwiddie is about to be a free agent, and he a point guard. He don't want to be in another point guard shadow like he was with Kyrie Irving, fighting for minutes and fighting for ball control. So if they did get Spencer Dinwiddie, they had to facilitate a trade where he goes somewhere else where he could sign an extension and he could be the guy there. But as far as the fit between these three, got to see what KD come back as. We know what Bradley Beal can do. So is Kyrie going to let Bradley Beal handle the ball a little bit more than John Wall did in Boston? You know, in the beginning, Kyrie showed he can move without the ball. But when you bring in another contract around what $29 million what Bradley Beal contract is, when you bring in that contract, you give up depth. You know, Dinwiddie and Allen was depth. So they got to find some mid-level exceptions, from veteran minimums to come in and provide depth on that team. Because you giving up them three, that's a lot of depth. You got to get somebody that can defend the rim behind DeAndre Jordan. You know? You got to get somebody to come in and be the backup point guard. You got to get some, a little bit more shooting. So this, to me, I'm not ready to say, if they form this big three, I'm not ready to put them up there with Milwaukee, with the LA Clippers, the LA Lakers. I'm not ready to crown them yet. Even with this move, they got to fill out the team. And then health-wise, you got to be able to make sure KD can come back and consistently stay on the court. It's a get-back year for Kevin Durant. Is he going to be all-star Kevin Durant? Probably not right away. Probably not until year 2 of his return. Kyrie always injured. And then you got to worry about the chemistry between him and Bradley Beal working. Chemistry between Bradley, Beal, KD, and then just all three of them working together and doing what they need to do. So I'm not ready to crown them yet. It's a lot that got to happen. They got to get a head coach. And they just got some of the weirdest motherfuckers on the planet on that team. Excuse my French. Kyrie and Kevin Durant is just weird. Kevin Durant is all touchy-feely, emotional. And that's cool. Emotion is a male trait. A lot of people don't know that. But Kyrie is just a weirdo. I don't know how Bron did it, bro. I don't know how LeBron put up with this guy. But we'll see if they can work it out. But the talent is there. They just got to get the depth in an injury situation. So they talking about it. Let me know what you guys think about a potential big three. And Washington got to be willing to move him. And they haven't been willing to move him. Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Twitter's the fastest way. All the links are in the description. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate for your boy is just share the video and let me know what you guys think about, potentially this big three and how far they can go in the comment section. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.